As many of you are aware, a week or so ago, Governor Newsom released some new guidance for the counties as they emerge out of different patterns of COVID-19 and dealing with the virus. And one of those things that was talked about was kind of San Diego County had now been released from the strictest of areas. And if you paid attention to all that, I'm not going to go into all those details, but you know that we are now in the red zone. And one of the implications of being in the red zone is that places of worship, churches, were given the opportunity to come back in person. And so I want to let you know that last Tuesday our elders gathered and we've been praying about this over that previous weekend. And we've made a decision that we are going to begin again, or we're going to resume in-person worship on Sunday, September 20th. And I want to kind of just outline that a little bit for you because it is going to look a little bit different. And I want to just share with you kind of what it is that we are thinking about. And a lot of times when we come up with rules and regulations, we say, here's what you cannot do, or this is what we are not going to do. So instead of talking about the don'ts, I'm going to talk about the do's and what it is that you'll get to do if you want to participate in this. First of all, we will ask you to pre-register. This will be able to be done online as well as by making a phone call to the church or by email. The guidelines that have been given to us is that the most people we can put in the sanctuary or the fellowship hall is 25% of its capacity or at a maximum of 100 people. So that means we'll be allowing 100 people into the fellowship hall and 100 people into the sanctuary. And you'll be able to start registering for that on Monday, September 14th. We'll get you some more information about this. You'll have the privilege of wearing a mask. Masks will be required. You'll have the privilege of having your temperature taken and also doing a short medical screening like many of us have gotten used to in order to come into the sanctuary or the fellowship hall. You will be able to experience a song leader and an organ, or a song leader and a guitar, depending on which service you come to. But you need to know there is no corporate singing. Part of the guidelines make it very clear there is to be no corporate speaking, no corporate praying, and no corporate singing. And so therefore we will have one person or two people that will lead us in song, and we'll be able to worship in that sort of way. You'll be able to bring your children or grandchildren, and they will need to sit with you. The guidelines also make it very clear that there is no Sunday school, there is no childcare, and all children, which means everyone under the age of 18, need to be with their parents or their guardians. And so you'll be able to bring kids. You'll be able to park in our parking garage, but our preference is for you to park on the street because parking in the parking garage brings in some other complications, but the garage will be open. Finally, and perhaps this is the one you've been waiting for the most, you'll be able to bring your offerings. You all have been so amazing, and I'm kind of joking about that, but it's true. We will have a box where you'll be able to drop your offering. And so those are 7 quick things about what we're going to be experiencing as we move forward with in-person worship on Sunday, September 20th. We'll worship at 8:45 in the sanctuary and at 10 o'clock in the fellowship hall. Finally, and this is probably what is important for many of you, we will continue to do the online service as we have been doing. We will produce that every week like we do and release it early on Sunday morning because I know there are a lot of you who prefer not to come back in person. And so for you, it will look very similar. Every Sunday morning, you'll be able to awaken to a new message and a new time of worship, experiencing and expressing the transforming love of Jesus. And so in all of this, I ask for your prayers. I ask you to be patient with us. This is something we have never experienced. We have never done. We've talked about this numerous times. And the elders felt that now was the time to move out in faith. And so that will all begin on Sunday, September 20th.